Okay, so this can be my reaction for the Warrior Dance live stream. And the sword we see here beside the text is a Zweihander. So the new here we will use a Zweihander. And Zweihander is a sword that uh, they use against weapon as the pole arm weapon, spear. So it's like a combination with it. Like it looks like a sword, but you more use it like a pole arm because the blade is so long, and you can hold it like in two different ways. One is on the blade because it's only sharp on the tip when to that on the Zweihander, they're only sharp on the. You see the two like horn shapes on the blade.
Good morning, good afternoon, and/or good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, behind the two horns, there is not sharp. So the hilt and the blade behind the two horn shapes, there is not sharp. So they hold them like in two different ways. Yeah, and yeah. So the hero gonna. So we have like is similar to like the Highlander. In that sense, Highlander also have a long sword, and this one uses more a Zweihander. That's a classical medieval Zweihander, like a late medieval time Zweihander. And yeah, let's let's continue and see what they're saying.
Welcome back to another special edition of the Warriors Den from home. Today we talk about the warmongers, and speaking of heroes, we've got one to the left. It's Clarissa. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Really excited for today's show, but how are you doing today, Mike?
I am super excited. Again, it's been 1 week since the Tyrant's test has started. I've been facing against the Warmonger. It has not been going well, but today, for the first time, we'll be talking about all of the details surrounding this hero. So that means the narrative, who Astria is, what do they represent as a group, the Order of Horkos, the fashion aspect of things. So many things to talk about today. It's going to be a great show. But first and foremost, we want to talk about the things that are good for you as the viewer at home. Let's start off.
Okay, so with the Horcrux for the warmongers is that they use that kind of things as a poison for start war again. So I don't think the poison is like toxic poison. It's much more like poison on your mentality. It's like poison on mentality. That because we know after Napoleon's war, they tried to make peace again. The samurai, the Vikings, the knight, and the Wulin tried to make peace again. And this is the warmongers are trying to go back to the Napoleon's time when there was war. Everybody fight with each other. They drive on it. They want war. And that is the purpose in life. So they want to kindle Apollyon's dark flame again, to start a war again. So I think that the Horcrux is much more like an evil in man, evil in human beings in the game. They put evil again. So it's not. I don't think it's poison as like gas or this kind of thing, but it's much more like mentality poison where they use. This is just what I think, and it's just my speculation. And let's begin.
With Azers, how about that, Clarissa?
Yep. So, of course, we want to thank you for hanging out with us today. And with the Azerus, there's a red button on the stream. If you haven't authorized your Twitch account, all you need to do is click on it and authorize. But from time to time, there will be questions popping up based on the show, so it's important for you to pay attention for the answers. When you get those answers correct, you get credits called Azes, and you can use those Azes to redeem For Honor rewards, such as XP boosts and scavenger crates. You can redeem all of that at forhonorgame.com/redeem. And of course, we also have Twitch drops. Everybody who watches this show for at least 30 minutes will receive one scavenger crate. And for every 10 minutes, a handful of lucky viewers will receive the Honor and Gratitude Battle outfit created by our community artist, English Butter. It's important to note that the drops notification is delayed 24 hours to allow full processing for Twitch and Ubi. So if you don't get a notification today or at the end of the show, that is perfectly normal. You just need to wait until tomorrow.
Yes, stay patient, my friends. But that being said, you don't have to be too patient because we're going to get into the show right now. But first, I want to talk about the actually accessibility of the hero. So again, if you guys missed the Warriors Den last week, we had a roadmap where we kind of talked about Warmonger.
Point for you. So first things first, the new hero is Warmonger or Astria, but
so let's get right into it. We've got narrative stuff to present. Clarissa, do you want to take it away and ask the key questions to unravel Astria and the Warmongers?
Yeah, so like we do with every hero, we always go over the hero's backstory, and we have a lovely PowerPoint for you. So first things first, the new hero is Warmonger or Astria, but let's first dive into the Warmonger class. So Elise, what can you tell us about the emergence of the Warmongers?
So the Warmongers, they are a group of warriors. They are not just like one individual. They are, as other heroes in our game, they are a whole group by themselves. They are the leaders of the what we are calling the Order of Hawkers. So basically, the Order of Hawkers, as many players have guessed, it's sort of a secret society in Heathport. There are many influences, like there are mostly Hawkers is a Greek god of vengeance. But there are also, like you will notice more in the game, like there are many things related to Greek mythology actually about them. And so we've been teasing like their arrival since for quite some time ago, as we mentioned in the last Warriors Den. But now they're here, right? They took some weaponry from the.
Okay, so there is more like they are, like Blackstone Legion. They was. Inspired of the Roman Legion, I think. So what she say is they are much more like connected with Greek, some kind of I don't really understand, but it's the name. Her name is from a Greek god of vengeance and this kind of thing. Yeah, okay. I don't really understand exactly. Yeah, so that's what she say. And yeah, what I think about the hero, also about the look of the hero is I don't really don't know. It's like, for me, it's like, I think it looks too typical, like a Dark Soul kind of guy, or a game similar to Dark Soul, this kind of guy. Yeah.
Wulin, when they attacked Kiang Pass in the last season of Year 3, using that alchemy, they engineered that new power called Corruption, which is going to give them the upper hand in battle. And they've also so part of their warriors are from the Blackstones, as you used to know them in the campaign, but their ambitions are really go beyond that. Like, they are not just a legion anymore; they are really a secret society. They've grown followers in all factions. So that's also why they are talking in English, by the way, in the game. Like, all their voiceovers, as players have noticed, like, they're all speaking in English because they want to convince everyone to join their cause. So yeah, they have a very specific worldview, and they want to convince people to join them, or if not, they will kill them, basically. Yeah, they're pretty scary.
Yeah, so in the next slide, where we show you more of what the Warmongers see the different armors that they'll have.
Yep.
Can you tell us more about the weapon that they use? Because
right.
It's a Flamberge.
Yes, we are calling it the Flamberge. Yeah, I think it's a French word actually, but it's basically it's a legendary weapon among the knights that has often sort of a wavy blade that resembles a flame. So that's why it's called Flamberge. So yeah, she's using that weapon. Oh yeah, I'm saying she, by the way, because yeah, it's a female only warrior, by the way.
Right, and then the Warmongers, or at least Estrella, is.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I say wrong there. There was not a Zweihander, I say wrong. I'm sorry about that. It's a French name of like medieval sword. The reason why I first think there was a Zweihander was because how the sword look, and yeah, and I don't, yeah, yeah. So short thing what I think about the hero so far, or just what they have say is, it, for me, like they give them the hero very not extremely common, but they can do so much more other version of heroes, and I think that was a very cheap thing to do. What I mean with the whole thing is that if you know how many different warriors exist in the world through history, and how many different kind of special weapons these kind of warriors have, if you really know that, I mean, if you really know how much, but I don't want to sound rude in any ways. I don't mean to. I just want to say, like, think like this. Think that you go to a restaurant, and you have a big menu with food, and it's very good food. It's very talented cooks. They are they're 4-star restaurant, and you choose a hamburger, where you can choose amazing food from around the world. This is how I feel now when I see this hero, when I know how much heroes that you can put into the game. That is what I mean. I don't. If you like this kind of heroes, it's fine. It's not that I'm not criticizing. I'm not criticizing what other people like. I just tell what I think personally, and that is what I mean. It's like you have so different cultures with weapons, battle tactics, special armor. You have so big variety of heroes and cultures, and so much mythical stories behind the heroes of other culture. For example, Rustam from Shahnameh in Persian mythology, he's a bull-headed mace. For one example, then you have like African warriors from different places in Africa with different kind of sword or spear or axe or bow or throwing knives or this kind of thing. You have so much to go for, and you take a Dark Soul kind of warrior that every this kind of game use. I think stop it. You know what I mean. It's like if you if you have waiting so long for the new hero, and this is where you get. I know I would do a rant before. I was very disappointed. I'm still disappointed. I get more disappointed than every time I think about the thing that you can have instead for this one. I get really disappointed, because it's Ubisoft is a company that have lots of money, that can hire battle tacticians, historians, and they show something that is so common. And I don't. What I mean with the whole thing is I don't understand why they do that. I don't understand. I think, for example, when they do the game like Prince of Persia, the first Assassin's Creed games, there was lots of culture in it. Like, but now they just copy, like example, Dark Soul, and we already have like a Dark Knight. That's like the guy with the second. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I forget his name. The guy with the shield and the sword, and like the guy who looked like a guy from Dante's Inferno. That guy. So yeah, we really have already all this thing, and for me it's like you have a big chance to introduce a new culture and a new warrior to a mainstream platform, and you just give us a night. That's what I want to say. You have something that are you just can ask any historians or any HEMA practitioner or any African martial artist or any martial artist with weapons, and they will come to your studio and not in any time. And you have. I don't understand. Like it's so easy. It's so many alternativity. You can go to a museum. You can see the armors and weapons. You can go ask YouTubers and do this kind of thing, like African martial artist community. You can ask them and show you the weapons and the tactic. So it's like you have like somebody give you a key to a museum, 2 weeks free an armor museum, and give you a key. No other people in your team that work with the game. It's like, and then example, like you take the key and you throw the key in the water, and then you go look at the Dark Soul game, and I make a Dark Soul character. This is why again every time this. Please, the next hero after Warmonger, please do something unique. Do not make one more stereotypical warrior. Yes, please. Okay, let's continue.
Doesn't have a male counterpart, basically.
No.
Like in the Harbingers. So this is the first hero after last year that is exclusively
gender locked.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you for the word, 'cause I couldn't remember what the word was. So.
That's okay.
So now let's go deeper into the actual leader, or Astria. So what can you tell us specifically about Astria and how she's different from the other Warmongers?
So Astria, she's basically the one who created the Order of Horcrux. Legends say that during a battle, she almost died, and she had some sort of a vision, like a sort of a divine revelation. The god Horcrux himself appeared to her and told her that she had to pick up the torch of Apollyon, to pick up things where she left them, and to go even bigger than that. So she had to recruit in that character for sure.
For this segment, videos that Max
simple, or degree over off to the side, and we're super amazing on the.
From a
Learn more about what the Dragonite.
The technical difficulties.
Peculiarities, uninterruptible stance on the finisher, as you saw, and all the lights through the chain are not stopped on black, which you'll see will be very interesting in a moment.
Indeed.
There's some of the attack from the new hero is very similar to the other second newest knight, as the guy with the shield and the sword, the Harbinger. I really don't want this hero. I really don't want that hero. I like, was okay for me when there was one more new knight. That was the Warmonger. Harbinger. But when you have almost a complete new faction, and then you just give one more to already a full completed faction, as you can just give Wulin 2 new heroes, and then it was fine. Then you have a complete faction. So I really yeah, I don't. For me, it's like what I say. What I really say. I really don't. I really disappointed. Fuck. They just gonna give two new Wolin heroes from, and then it was fine. And they have to do one night, and that is. Yeah, I've really, I don't, fuck, I really like this game. Like, I really do, and that is the reason why I, I don't know really what to say. Really, I just, like, if the next hero is a samurai or a Viking, then probably will not play this game anymore. I almost can tell already what the next hero gonna be after this one. Probably gonna is I'm almost certain, because it's probably some kind of it's probably a samurai again in the next year. After the next 4 or 5 months is a samurai. I probably not gonna be, and the samurai probably gonna use what is the weapon they can have. We have Kinabu, we have Nodachi, we have Katana, we have the double, we have the axe. Can they do more for us as a samurai hero? Yeah, I yeah, it's like, yeah. So with all this kind of thing, and I understand, I'm very disappointed. I should not be. Why? I said just why? Just why do they have to do this hero? It's like it takes so long time to wait for a new hero, like so long, and this is what we get. It's like I almost regret. I just, why do not stay with the hero they have? Why do they have to give? What is the point to give one more to do one more night in the game when you already have lots of nights? Like you already have some. It's like. Yes, it's waste. It's a really just waste of time. As you, like, okay. For every person that you say, you have to understand, like, there's so many other video games that you play as knight, like Chivalry, Kingdom Come Delivers. There's so many more other games that you play as a knight, almost like or like realistic or fantasy based games. Like some fantasy version, like Dark Soul. It's almost every game as an is fantasy, almost like medieval knights or samurai, like with like or is so many of these kind of games. So when it's like it's unnecessary, it's so unnecessary to do a one more character that is a knight when you have like maybe 100 or thousands of games that is based on this kind of time period. Yeah, you have to understand what I'm saying. You really have to understand that is just you have to just understand that if it's like it's so much. It's like video game, movies, TV shows, like all these kind of free things have knights in it, or based on knights in fantasy versions. If somebody can explain for me in the comment section, why do they always have to have knights in the games? If somebody can give me a very good explanation that convince me that, then I will not complain anymore about this. But it's like it is some kind of what's the name? Where is the way I want to go? It's like, is it really? Oh, I'm very renty now. I know that I'm very rent. I almost have hope for the new hero to be maybe the battle style was interesting, but why I think that is the most disappointed hero ever in For Honor. Then I mean, of all the heroes, like all the new here, I think this one is absolutely most disappointed. I think even the Harbinger, the guy with sword and the shield, was more interesting, and I saw this. I said they just okay. Okay. Okay, so the thing here is like this is For Honor is a good game, and For Honor was good is a very good game. It's not the game that is a problem, absolutely not. The creators are very good. They are very good to do new armors and weapons, and they was very good. And the past, like when they created the Volin, for example, that was a very good pass, and they do very interesting thing, like I think with the Volin, this kind of thing. But and because of the trends of knights in video games, especially Dark Souls based knights, yeah, it's like it's almost like video games do not evolve from the same platform. Okay, they evolve in that sense with the graphic, the engine of the game, but they don't evolve with new kind of warriors. That's what I mean. So lots of this kind of game that are very popular stay together because they know what is popular, they know what's gonna sell, and Ubisoft is a business. Of course, they work for money, but yeah, I know all this kind of thing, but I'm still disappointed, even if I know the reason. The reason is they're gonna do a hero that are very similar in looks and style as to a Dark Soul hero or a boss, because Dark Soul is a very popular game. Almost everybody some play video games knows about Dark Soul, and you can, like, if you listen to commentaries, like example what I say now, other people who play video game, like when they often you hear Dark Soul as comparison, and this is what I also say, because like Dark Soul is like Black Sabbath but for video game kind of games, Dark Souls is a game that makes other games that come after Dark Souls try to copy Dark Souls, in that sense, how the hero looks or the boss looks or the atmosphere of the game. So and it yeah, it's like yeah.
So to the last chain, oh yeah, we can see we can chain off the zone attack as well. And finally, you can chain off the sprint attack. And then beautiful execution, sharp
Okay.
claws, easy.
Okay, she really reaches in there. All right, that's no joke.
I love her.
She's so good. Okay, cool. That's the basic chain. And now we're looking at a praying claw.
Yeah, which is basically a variable timing bash. As you can see, it's available after the light, so it's pretty important that our lights are enhanced for this reason. And you can also do it off a side dodge and front dodge.
Yep, so either light basically accesses this one, so you can see that it's really interesting. She's got a lot of intros to her chain and her pressure. You could do zone, light, and then accesses. You could do sprint attack, light, accesses, heavy, light, accesses, light, accesses, dodge, accesses. Super cool. And
Even
she
of
doesn't
her,
Go ahead.
even of her other special moves that we're gonna see in a second.
Exactly, and as you see in the claw, you can feint it as well. So what's this now?
So this is Beast of Prey. It's based of one of Apollyon's move from the campaign. The one from the campaign was completely unusable at like 1500 MS, I think. So what
I think
we
it's
did
still wrecked
is
people in Tyrant's test, but
yeah. But yeah, so here we can say it's accessible from a dodge. So it's basically just a side slash after a dodge that is unblockable. It's got good trajectories. It's a bit slow, but at least you can feint it. You can chain off of it. And because of the trajectories, it should be pretty decent in group fights.
yep, it'll definitely cause pressure even when she's just near you. So that's really cool.
Alright. And then we got the front dodge heavy, which is basically a top attack, but as you can see from the blue feedback, it's undodgeable. So those
Okay,
pesky...
so they just give us like new skinned Apollyon as the hero. Okay, to be completely honest, now when you take a hero that are almost as identical as your final boss in the game, then probably it's not gonna go so well for the game, because if you already have all the game move move sets in the game already, you just have to change something in the game of the move sets. Yeah, so I think that this is lazy, and yeah, I really do, because so I say I really think that we should get something else, and because we only get 2 new heroes, this one and one more, and I really hope that is something very special, that the final hero will be something very special. For if they give us a samurai or a Viking, okay, now we're generalizing, but maybe they can give us some interesting Viking as a Varangian. But I still want something else. I don't want samurai or a Viking. I really don't. And I hope they do not give us. I almost can say for 87% that probably the next hero is a samurai. I don't know why I think that so much now when I see the knight, and probably because do you need another samurai, or really do you really need? You don't need something that already we have so many freaking samurai in video games that I'm so freaking tired of samurais, so tired of them in games. The same for knights. I'm so tired of this. I really am tired of. It's like it's almost never changing. Always the same thing. Always the same circle, and yeah. I please Ubisoft, give us some new warrior from a new culture that almost have never been put in a video game before. Please give us something new with a new weapon. Just anything. I don't care where in the world, but something that is unique. Please, the next game, please. I don't just these billions of hundreds of different warriors of different cultures and cool weapons, armor set is not hard to find. Just you have lots of they're not going to listen to me, but you have lots of different resources that are easy to combine. Just go and you look at weapon, you find books. Just please do not release another samurai or another Viking once again. Please, for the love of God, please do not. They don't gonna listen to me. Of course they don't gonna listen to me. They're gonna release a samurai. I don't really understand why you're even talking. They're gonna listen to me. They're gonna do a samurai. Fuck. Yeah.
You roller are not gonna get away from you.
Oh no! How am I? And we finally got him to join. The technical difficulties are over. Mr. Andrew Im, Associate Art Director, here with us on today's show to talk about the Warmonger and the fashion. How are you today, sir?
I'm rotating.
Yeah, I can see that. It's pretty dramatic.
My chair is just to keep rotating.
I like it though. You get to look at us both from side to side, so it's fantastic. Okay, so the Warmongers. Of course, we spoke about the narrative. We spoke about the fight demo. We've gotten obviously the base set of Astria kind of down pat and what she looks like.
Maybe there are. Maybe this one gonna be good. Maybe for the new year. Maybe the armor set can be interesting, and maybe I can change my mind. Maybe because I think this is gonna be the best part of the whole live stream for Warriors Den. I think that is gonna be the best when they show the armor for the new hero, and maybe I just say maybe that will be good. If they can do something very cool that have never was cool, I know I am very critical to medieval knights, but it's not how they fight. It's not how they live. They are extremely good fighters on horseback, on foot, with different weapons. Some armor looks silly. They do not mean that armor is bad. For me, they are very good armor. Maybe one of the best armor of all warriors. in around the world. But they some armors looks amazing that are medieval knights, like for example royal armors from Spain or in Germany or in England, different time period of course, looks amazing. I'm gonna do a big picture play with the picture taking when I was in museum in Spain, and I will put them up on my sometime in other video just to show for example what I mean. Okay, let's
And we're gonna extend that further.
Like kind of made our quite a lot of golden trims and ornamentations, and then the helmet design is a very much influenced by the Apollyon, as you can see it, but it still has its own uniqueness. The main focus on this one is to give two complementary designs. Like it looks glorious, but at the same time it looks kind of corrupted, and it's attractive, also deadly, and also beautiful, but kind of dark. But I'm saying that there's two options, meaning as you can kind of see there's a small difference from the left to right. You see there's the hair's ornamentation on the head, and the other version has the one without it. There's a one version that there's a cape on it, and some player kind of wanted to see a character without the cape. And there's a light ornamentation on the shoulder that's also removed.
Okay, I'm not so good in medieval knights history. That is my weakest part in. I like history, but that is I really do not know very much about them. But I think that there's an armor that is I think is gold and black, and I think if somebody knows, correct me in the comments. I think that armor is it's a king's armor from a king, but I don't really remember if the armor was from an English king or is a Spanish king. But it's an armor that with golden straps, and the armor is very, very beautiful. And I think it's almost like it's a black. Oh God, do not know now. I say just for I say this the armor is English. When I'm gonna put up the picture of this armor later. I think it's the King Henry's armor, the King Henry in I don't know if Henry it's a king called Henry. I think it's his armor. But I probably 100% wrong. Probably, that armor looks amazing. It's another kind of helmet with horns and
Or one other option, so people can have different choices when they are actually choosing the variations.
So it's the same.
Oh, okay. No, you know what? I'm gonna end this now. This video, and I have nothing more to say, and I will put up the little picture from the museum with the different armors, and of course then with medieval, and then you see different armors, and yes, because these helmets are exactly this kind of helmet that you see in every fantasy, even in Lego, or like it's when I was young. This kind of helmet, like not a real armor helmet, but in paper armor. This was how they look. It's not anything unique with it. Like it's really.
Same thing here. Now we're seeing two different variations of this same set, where again there's insane.
This will be the final.
It's like, exactly the same. No, yeah, that is a really that's
Stage of of the corruption, I would say. Even the helmet design is it's more fantastic, and it's almost unreal. But
Yeah.
then this kind of design, the really they existed in real life armor in medieval times.
Mm.
So it's not something just out of our context. Like on these, that's something that we want.
That's right. We've got the Apollyon set that's available for everyone. What can you tell us about this and specifically how it relates to the
okay. Yeah, bye.